All right, how you doing? I'm Andy Malfrino. This is DTL R&R, the reaction and review channel for Drag the Lake. If you want to listen to the regular podcast, link for it down below. We just dropped a new episode. Pods come out Friday. I post a lot here. I post a lot there. Just a lot of music to fucking talk about. I talk a lot, so I need to record myself talking a lot. So hit those fucking subscribe buttons and be my fucking friend. All right. Let's check out Silverstein. Silverstein's a band that I sort of grew up with, but didn't check out that much, if that makes any sense. There's always those bands that when you're growing up listening to music, checking shit out, they just pass you by. And I was familiar with a lot of their stuff, but I never got too deep into Silverstein. But they're still a pretty big band now. They're still, doing respectable numbers on things, like, considering the context of the moment and yada, yada, yada. So I always like to check them out. I've definitely checked out a fair amount of songs they've put out over the years. But yeah, I guess keep that in mind when I make my review and I make my comments, because I don't listen to a shitload of Silverstein, but, they're still like fairly relevant, so to speak, in their genre and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're probably not doing numbers like they did back in the day, but, it's Silverstein. So everyone usually checks in, see what they're doing. So let's check in and see how this song sounds. Skin and Bones. Hell yeah, there we go. Skin and Bones. I did actually listen to this the other day, but not super close. I was saving, and yeah, what was it? Wait, what am I saying? Yeah, no, I was saving it to kind of give like a heavier dissection on this video and shit like that. And as I'm like pumping it through the headphones and stuff, I'm like, oh, I like this song a lot more than I thought I was gonna like. The hook was really catchy when every time they hit that chorus. it was like a really good fucking time. It was definitely, just skin and bone. What was the hook? Or whatever the fuck. It's, just catchy. Stuck with you right away. Catchy's a really important thing. Some bands forget about that, and then they wonder why people don't remember them. And it's like, yeah, you need to get up in someone's craw, but in a good way. And that song did that. I really identified with the lyrics. I don't normally do that. I think of my older age of 34, me being an old 34-year-old piece of shit. I'm becoming more. I'm identifying more with like lyrics and shit and like paying attention and stuff like that, because it's like that's the other half of the fucking song. That's the other half of the good fucking time you can have with this. And I sort of, not necessarily the most uplifting message. I think they kind of get there towards the end. They sort of start out as a bummer and become uplifting towards the end. But yeah, just like I've definitely struggled with, sometimes you look out into the world, you look out into the abyss, and you're just like, is it just going to suck all the time? And I try to keep, I live in a first world country. I live in America and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, I live in a first world country. I live in America. I'm very appreciative. I wouldn't want to be in any other country. But I just, from my perspective, you see the potential of how good things could be. And we just, as a nation and other countries and shit, and just as a globe, we just keep making poor decisions and shitty mistakes. And then, you know what I mean? You're like, does it just keep going like that? It's sort of similar where you started out as a kid and you're like, damn, I can't wait to be older with a bunch of adults. And then you turn into an adult and you're like, where the fuck are the adults? And then that's when you realize you're like, oh, there's no adults. Adults are like the big myth of humanity. That's becoming an adult is realizing there's no fucking adults and still deciding to like be responsible and do the right thing. So I feel like lyrically a lot of stuff sort of touched on that and made me kind of like think of that. So I really enjoyed that. I don't normally identify with the lyrics, but that was pretty cool. My only complaint, I thought the verses should have been longer. Minor complaint, but they were very cool. They were very heavy. Solid screams, solid riffs. And then they just kind of like went to the chorus right away. I thought I genuinely think they could have doubled up on the choruses. Maybe like play them twice as long, do them a little bit different from the first to second time, just little tweaks here and there. And then it'd just be just as good. I felt like those verses were very short. Those could have been longer. But besides that, pretty good song. Pretty good fucking song. I'm excited to check out more Silverstein. They're definitely a band I've undervalued as an emo band. I'm going to check them out more. Thank you for watching. I post new videos all the time. Subscribe. Hang out. Familiarize yourself. Don't be a stranger. Watch some videos. I love you. Bye-bye.